Introducing Tony and Other People, a podcast. Here's your host, Tony Levesque.
All right.
Mike Shaw.
Tony.
What's up?
You took me by surprise there.
Sneaky.
Yeah.
You're about ready to take a sip?
I was, yeah.
Screwed you all up.
Are we live?
Yeah.
What's up?
This episode brought to you by Genesee Beer.
Light.
Jenny Light. No, we don't get sponsored. There's no reason to.
Well, you need some money. I could loan you $5.
Found our first sponsor.
It's not payday till next week, so you'll have to wait. But
we've known each other a long time.
yeah, probably. I think the first time I met you
I was trying to think back the other day on that too, because I'm not sure I remember.
I'm sure I saw you around at gigs when I was playing with King Friday.
Mm-hmm. I think it was before that, actually.
Really?
I'd say early 2000s.
Where?
I knew of you.
Okay.
You were playing music back then, right?
I didn't start playing out till I joined the band. Was 07.
Really? Maybe. Because I used to play hockey with Mike Clark,
Mm-hmm.
and you didn't play hockey.
Nope.
No.
Nope. The only hockey I've played has been in my backyard,
Eh,
which is fun.
yeah. No skates.
But no,
required.
I think the first time I met you was shortly after I left King Friday, or they disbanded after I left.
Right.
They did a few shows with another guy and then disbanded. And you guys were starting to work with Dana,
Mhm.
and he invited me to come over and play. That's the first time I remember you guys.
Right.
Coming over, and I
I knew you before that, but I don't know
Okay.
how.
Okay.
Maybe parties or something. Because
Could
I used
be.
to go up in
Could be.
Belfort area.
Yep. Maybe
Mhm.
Geneseo.
Very well could be. I think we were a year apart there.
Yeah. We probably ran into each other at Mia's at 3 a.m.
Yeah,
and then forgot
yeah.
about it at 3:30.
Yeah.
But anyway, suffice to say, a long time.
Yeah. Yeah. At least 15 years.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, we started the band with Dana,
Mm-hmm.
and Dana didn't think the three-piece because it was my brother, myself, and Dana.
And your brother had just started playing then, too, right?
He was very green on the guitar, really. He played keyboards really well.
Yeah.
Piano.
Yep.
Because we just left the band where he was playing the keyboards. And
What was he, 17?
when we first got going, I think he was 16.
No kidding.
So it was pretty early. We were worried about getting bar gigs. And
Right.
Dana was really concerned about that, too. But he didn't think... Well, I think a lot of the bands Dana worked in were at least four-piece,
Yeah.
sometimes five.
Mm-hmm.
He likes that bigger sound. He's the
Yep.
80s guy.
Yep.
So he didn't think that we...
Didn't think the trio could carry it or
Right.
whatever. Yeah.
Which I think we were all concerned about it, too, because we were all fairly green. I'd been in the, playing bass is not that hard. So I
Yeah,
guess-
that's harder than you think. It's all what you do with it.
Right. So he wanted to get somebody else, and we brought you.
Just to fill the sound
Yep.
out. Yeah. Yep. And I don't know. I remember going to that, and I'll come check it out. And I remember I didn't have an amp at the time. Even I came
Oh,
down.
right.
Yeah, I showed up with the only thing I had was an electric guitar, and we plugged me into one channel of Mike's amp and him into the
Right.
other one, and thought, shit, I hope we don't blow this amplifier tonight. Ran through a bunch of songs we knew and had in common, and
Yeah, we did Roadhouse Blues, I remember.
okay.
Because I like the rhythm you play, and I'm like,
The right one.
yeah. Like, that sounds cool.
I remember doing Sympathy, I think.
Yep.
Sympathy for the Devil. And thinking, this was kind of fun. And then for whatever reason, we never heard from each other.
I know, it was kind of weird. I think Dana was waiting to hear back from you, and then we decided, this is good enough. We didn't hear from Mike.
Yeah. And you guys did very well. You didn't need me in that band.
It would have been nice.
Yeah.
I think I'm glad the way things worked out the way they did. It forced us to work harder, I think, to have only the three of us. And I think we needed, especially right at the beginning there, to decide what we were going to do and just do it.
Right.
And that was a deciding factor when we said, we'll keep the three of us. And then we went full steam ahead.
Well, and in being a trio, I don't want to say pressure, but this is your job, and if you don't do it, somebody's going to notice, and
Right.
that really, you hone your skills that way. Is you got to carry the weight on your own, and
Right.
and so, and that I think showed the longer you guys played as a setup like that. I was like, holy shit, these guys are getting pretty good. You know?
We didn't start. We had the energy starting out, which
Yeah.
was great.
Yep.
We were very energetic. Our live shows were fun. I don't want to say the talent wasn't there. The skills weren't there. We spent a lot of time building our skills.
Well, you guys worked a lot, and you played out a lot too,
Right.
and that's where you can practice all you want, but just that repetition of playing out over and over and over again is when you start to build that skill set.
Well, I noticed too, the time that you came down to try out to jam with us, between then and the next time I saw you playing with Aaron, I believe was the next time I saw you.
Really, you never
play.
saw me play with Sean?
Oh yeah, I did. You were playing bass though.
Really? Okay. I know that did happen for a brief
was,
time.
Josh
Probably
and
at
Sean.
Josh's place. Yeah.
Josh and Sean.
Okay.
That was the name.
Yeah.
That's what I called you guys.
Yep.
Timberview, I think I saw you.
Yeah, I forgot we even played a gig with Josh. Yeah,
Yeah.
Not to belittle Josh at all. It's just
No.
that one slipped away on me. But yeah, we that would have been a fun little band to see come to fruition.
Yeah.
It was raw, but boy, was it fun.
I love Josh's style on the drums. It is 100% his style.
Yeah.
It's not like anything else.
Well, there's no training to it. Is why is Josh
Exactly.
just said, "I'm going to play the drums now."
I have a drum set. I'm gonna beat on it until something sounds
Yeah.
good. He reminded me of the Who. You know, it sounded like Keith Moon.
Yeah.
Just I don't want to say sloppy, but wild.
Yep.
A little
It was
wild.
on the. He's always right there, but the wheels could fall off any second. You know.
That's the way it felt. Yeah.
Yeah.
But rarely ever did.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. I've jammed a few times with Josh.
I always really enjoyed playing with Josh.
Well, what I was saying, the time period in between, I noticed a huge change in your abilities. You just blew me away when I saw you with Aaron.
Okay.
I was very impressed.
Well, that
Because you didn't do a whole lot of singing that I saw with Sean. I think Sean kind of...
yeah, we kind of split, but I sang a lot more harmonies because that
Right.
was. I don't think Sean would think ill of me for saying this. I was a better harmonizer
Yeah.
than him. He was used to being a
Oh,
lead
still.
singer, and
Yeah.
and it worked better that way. Our voices worked better with me singing a harmony and him singing a lead.
And I think that's a problem with a lot of the bands that fall apart is nobody wants to compromise. Nobody wants to say, oh, you're better at this, so you do it.
Right. Yeah.
I think that's when you see a band that's been together a long time, they've got that down.
Well, it's you can't have an ego, you
Yeah.
know, and everybody does to an extent.
Sure.
But you got to know what you're good at. You got to know what somebody's better at.
Right.
And trade that stuff off. There's songs that you're better singing than I am, or Aaron, or whatever, and that's why we work. Is you do this, you do that, and it's just
Yeah. There's no fighting over it.
no. It's just this is how we're gonna break this song down. Sound fair? Okay.
Yep.
You know?
I enjoy that.
Yeah.
I like
Yep.
what we do. It's not super danceable.
Nope.
We're
it's not danceable at all.
We're not well, some of it is.
If you're at Grindstone Island.
Yeah. We've had some dancers.
Yeah.
But it's nice and relaxed. It's fun.
Yeah.
Once in a while, I miss the wild days of the band, but not for very long.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
well, this
oh,
is so much
okay.
easier.
Yeah.
It just gear wise, setup wise, just dealing with. Well, you only ever dealt with 3 people, anyways, I guess.
Yeah.
But,
I've been in some bigger bands, but not for very long.
and it's a pain trying to coordinate everybody, just even to practice, and then, well, can you do
Yeah.
a gig? Oh, no, I'm not. You know.
And
it's-
compromising on songs. I'm glad
Oh,
we
and
have the
that too.
same
That,
taste
yeah.
in music. That's nice
Yep.
for the most
that
part.
can definitely drive a wedge for
Yeah.
sure.
Working with Erin is nice too. She's so freaking talented.
Yeah, and excuse me. She makes it easy.
Yeah.
You know, it's just, hey, Aaron, and she'll say, "Oh, I have to work so hard at learning this," but it's you give her a song and she comes back and well, she's got it.
Yeah.
You know, and
The only bad thing about Erin is she's too humble, which shouldn't be a bad thing, but she just doesn't think she's half as awesome as she is.
yeah, she's I
But
don't know.
we take care of that a lot.
yeah, for
Shut
sure.
up.
She shouldn't be as so humble because we're excellent at humbling her.
Yeah. It is fun to bust your balls.
Yes. Yeah. She's an easy target, but she takes it well.
Yeah. Well, I don't think we'd bust her balls if she didn't.
Well, that's it. Yeah. And she has to take it well, or she ain't gonna work with us. That's just the way it is,
Yeah.
you know.
Maybe that's the reason there's only a couple of us.
Yeah, it could be. It could be. Yeah, nobody else wants to work with us.
Yeah.
But what we do works. I definitely, because I worked with Aaron I don't know, 2-3 years probably before I
I would say
started
easily
working with
that.
you.
Yeah.
But
Wrote a lot of music.
bringing you into the fold and making it into a trio, that bass rounds out the sound so much better. And having the 3 voices, when we can nail down a 3-part harmony,
Mhm.
I don't think you can beat it. That's what I'm proudest of, I think, is our singing. When we work at a song and get all 3 parts figured out and it comes through just like it should, that's...
It's tough when we only do practice like once
Yeah.
every 2-3 months.
Yep.
I hope Erin doesn't hear this.
And we still sound all right.
Yeah. She's the one that always bugs for practice. And
We
then,
practice at gigs. That's
yeah.
may as well get paid for it.
Yeah, that's right. Oh. So, yeah, we've had a lot of fun musically and otherwise.
Yeah. Definitely, I would say you and I, music's what I wouldn't have met you otherwise.
Right.
But yeah, you hang out with musicians long enough and we've worked together long enough, you start realizing, geez, maybe we've got some other common interests, you know?
Yeah.
So,
I like that when we hang out and you just show up to your house or something, we never, ever pick up instruments.
yeah.
I love that.
Yeah. Yep.
Practice is practice, and
Yep. That's true. I never thought of that. It's
we
just,
never do.
you know, when I don't pick up an instrument much at my house, if I get it in my head, I want to learn a song, I'll grab it for a night and figure it out or whatever. But I don't practice much at home. Like I say, I like to do my practicing either at the few practices that we have or
Yeah.
at a gig. You know, just learn it on the fly. But I've always been lucky that once I run through something a couple of times, I pretty much have it. I learn quick.
Your memory is sharp.
Yeah, and I don't know where it comes from, but boy, I'm sure glad I've got it.
I know
it's-
you probably sing at least 3/4 of the songs you and I do,
Okay.
and at least half of what we do with Erin.
Maybe. Yeah.
Take lead on the vocals,
Yeah.
and to memorize all those songs. I mean, I have a book and I do 1/4, and I have the lyrics in front of me half the time and still screw them
It's
up.
one of those things, just repetition for me. I don't even. It's a funny thing with especially lyrics. I've never paid attention to what they're saying. I've just known that these are the words I need to remember
This
in
is
this
the
order,
order,
and
yep.
that's how it goes, you know. And it just works for me. I don't know why.
The Wolverton Mountain. So we're going to Old Crow this year. That's going to be
Yep. That
fun.
it hasn't let me down yet. I think this will be my 4th time seeing them there.
Really?
So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Yeah, it's and they're not doing. I mean, they were great last year doing the Dylan record and everything. That was fun. It was cool. It was a nice tribute.
Yeah.
But it's not an Old Crow show. You know, to see them play that hillbilly music and it's the energy they bring into it. It's insane. You're going to see the real deal this year.
I'm excited for it. And we might be able to get backstage, too. I got a hold of Chance McCoy, who
Okay.
says, I hope he's listening. He's not listening.
He's got a lot better things to do than listen
Yeah.
to you in the bottom of the barrel cast Mike Shaw.
Who is this guy?
Who gives a shit?
Why is his name on this? Nobody cares. I don't think many people listen to this.
Well, you know
anyway.
what else?
So we can say
what else am I
want.
going to be doing on a Friday night? It's raining.
Be here drinking beer regardless. Might as well record it.
Right.
It's a little warmer than the garage.
Forces me to clean it up a little bit, actually.
Oh, yeah, we're not that clean
Mm.
normally.
We're not this clean in our show a lot of times.
I know.
But
I love that though.
yeah, people don't seem to mind it.
Well,
And
that's
you
why they hire
know
us
your
for
crowd.
wing nights and
Yeah.
you know.
You know your crowds. You know where we can play Piss Up a Rope
Mm-hmm.
and Rodeo Song, and you can't play it at the winery. But
Well,
depends.
Didn't we play the rodeo song there once? We played something filthy there once.
Maybe. I mean, it's just like I say, it's a
Yeah.
matter of reading people. Once they've been drinking enough, getting rowdy enough, they don't care if you throw the F word out.
It's
or,
hard to tell just looking at some of these crowds because you see older ladies out
Mhm.
there. And then
Well,
like Aunt Becky, when I first
Yeah.
saw Aunt Becky, I'm like, okay, I better be good around her, and she's more vile than I am.
you got to remember, we didn't invent this shit, man.
Yeah.
You know, it's
That's
everybody
true.
was. I don't know. I guess we're not young anymore, but everybody was at some point. You know?
Yeah. And they're going out to drink and see music. So
Yeah.
what do they expect?
Yep.
We got to do some fishing.
Yeah, I've been a couple of times already this year. It's been too damn cold.
Yeah.
Jesse and I have been a couple of times down on the Indian River, and he had one good hit, lost it. It's just I haven't had any luck at all. But I'm down this time of year. I just like being out in the woods, checking stuff out. I don't care if fish are hitting yet or not because I'm not expecting it yet. You know, once this warm rain comes through, well, sleet and freezing rain. But
Yeah.
next week it's looking like it's going to warm up. The rain ought to warm the water up and get them going a little bit. So
I don't think you and I have ever been fishing.
I don't think so. I know we've hunted quite a little bit together,
Mhm.
but yeah, we'll have to get you.
I don't
out
think
there.
I've gone in 5 years at least. Heather and I used
Fishing?
to go. Yeah, Heather and I used to go all
Are
the
you,
time.
you sick?
Must be.
What do you go after?
I like to fish for trout.
Okay,
Um,
in creeks or ponds or wherever you can get them.
yeah, creeks, streams.
Yeah.
I never really fished many ponds.
Okay.
But of course, you fish the northern end of the county, Lewis County.
Yeah. Yeah.
I grew up
Down
fishing.
south, yeah.
southern end and Oneida County,
Which is just as good. I
and
just
down
don't
towards
know
Rome.
it.
Yeah, and that's the thing. But also
And you get a lot of browns down that way too, which
Yeah.
is cool.
Also, they stock a lot of the places
Yep.
near where I go, or used to go, and it changes.
Yeah.
Like some of the spots I used to go and catch them all the time, I'd go a couple years later and just not get anything
Okay.
all day. Fish the hell out of
Well, it's one of those things too. Like there's there's certain ponds I'll go to way up in the woods, and it's a job. You hike in, and you're going to stay for the weekend. And there's times where I've been to this one specific pond. You'll catch 40 fish in an afternoon, and then you'll go there for 3 days and not have a bite.
Yeah.
And you know they're there. They're a captive friggin'
Sure.
thing. You know they're not going anywhere. But the bite just wasn't on for those 3 days for whatever reason. It's you've got to hit that window, or good hole or not, you ain't catching fish.
Right.
You know, when they're hungry, and you got to hit it right.
I like to fish for bass, but I don't ever eat them, so it's always throw 'em back.
Yeah, I'm that way too. They're a lot of fun to catch. but
Rock
they're,
bass especially.
They're a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
And as I look at anything that's not a trout, I think is a pain in the ass to clean because I just a trout, you pull the guts out and throw them in the
easy.
frying pan.
Yeah. And you don't
I
even have to kill them; they're dead 10 seconds after they're out of the water.
So that's what same thing with bass for me. I lived for a little while in Croghan on the Beaver River, and every night we'd be out fishing bass. And to catch and release them when you're right there, it's a riot. I have a lot of fun with it. But to go out and target them now, if I got to put a lot of effort into it, if I'm putting effort into fishing, I want to go after some trout.
Yeah.
You know, so
What I always like too about fishing for trout, especially in streams and everything, if you're going to use a spinner or anything with the treble hook, it's just caught on everything.
Yeah,
You lose
yeah.
so much.
Yep.
And the line is so much thinner. It's just bass is easy.
It is.
You get a big old thick line because they're dumb as shit. They're blind.
Just throw something out there that's noisy, and
Yep.
and they're gonna hit at it.
Or a big old worm on there.
Yep.
It's easy
Yep.
fishing for bass.
Trout's a little more challenging. I don't know. Is there any more of a smarter fish? But just the country you have to go in to catch trout is
Yeah.
what makes it harder.
They're kind of finicky too. If they see you, they're gone.
Yeah, and I've never been into fly fishing at all. My grandfather was very good at it, and Jesse fly fishes too. And I've heard those guys say, you know, you can spend all day not getting a hit and changing flies, and all of a sudden you get the one color that they were looking for that day, and you've got your limit.
Yeah.
You know, it's just that's what's hitting that day. So, like I say, they're finicky. You're right.
I do like trout though. That's about the only fish I'll eat. Trout,
Yeah.
bullhead.
Yep.
I'll
eat them all. I
like
fish.
fishing for bullhead and fishing it. At
Yeah,
night.
that's fun.
fun.
Because you can just set your rod down and have a beer, and
Yeah.
you just sit there all night. And if they bite, great. And if they don't, well,
It's a
whatever.
It's a fun group fish. If you got
You get 4 or
3,
5 guys
4, yep.
together. Yep, it is. I do enjoy that. I eat bullhead. I don't go out of my way to fish them,
Right.
but it's the same thing. It's fun for 4 or 5 guys like us to go out and fish them. Or my sister's got kids that are old enough now where they're getting into the woods, and you want to learn about fishing. Bullhead's a good place to start. You
Yep.
know, so yep,
easy, fun.
Yep. And keep them interested, because when they're biting, you can catch 40, 50 of them in a night too,
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
We used to go up to Whetstone Reservoir,
mhm.
get a couple guys, go up there and catch them all, and then go sell them to
Okay.
the Alpine.
Yep.
They'd buy them for the bullhead feeds. pay for our beer at least.
We used to go up to Francis Lake a lot. We caught a couple hundred one spring and had a hell of a feed. It was a lot of fun. Yeah, I don't go out targeting them specifically anymore. Like I say, if I'm going to put any effort into
It's
it, I
always
want to
weird
get up
when
in the
you're out
woods
in a
and-
boat and you're catching bass like crazy and a bullhead out of
Yeah,
nowhere.
yeah.
What the hell
Where
are
the
you
hell did he
doing?
come from? Yeah, in the middle of the day.
Yep.
Yeah.
Getting all wild. I don't like to catch the one with any of them with the teeth, like
Pike and
and
and you know
pickerel.
they're around here. They're kind of limited to the beaver and the black. And if you're not fishing them, the same thing. I don't fish those rivers too much, so I don't have a lot of experience with them. I think I've caught one pike in my life, but again, it doesn't do much
Really?
for me.
Only one?
Yeah,
Man, I
I've
catch
just
them all the time, or used to.
well, I'd like to say I never fished the Black River much, and
Right.
I all of my efforts always
They
been
are
into the
loaded
trout
in
water.
there.
They are. And you know, everybody thought when the shit spill happened at Mark's is, oh, we're never gonna catch a fish in this river. Come on, I mean that fishery is just as good as it's ever been. The
You're
walleye
just
in there,
throwing
are great.
nutrients
Yeah.
into the river.
Yeah.
That's all.
Well, and it
made
did kill a lot of them, but
it made
there's
it
fish
cloudy.
upstream. They're gonna come down. You know, it's actually good to clean a river out like that.
Yeah. Made more brown trout.
Well, and you went there.
Yeah, I did. I was waiting for the prime opportunity to say brown
Okay.
trout.
You know, it's how long we been at this? 10, 15 minutes, and you finally made a poop joke.
Yep, finally. Now it's not going to stop.
Yeah, you opened that can of worms.
Yeah, man. You're right. I did wait quite a while.
Yep, yeah.
It's
Yeah.
over the 20-minute mark.
Wow, well done, sir. Well
I know.
done. That might be the longest you and I have ever gone without mention of such.
You're right.
So much for cleaning it up then.
Yeah, hell with that. Nobody wants to listen to that. Oh, Jenny Light.
Yes, sir. Miss it?
Here and there.
Miss Cream Ale Moore?
Yeah. I think if I did ever go back to drinking, it wouldn't be Jenny Light.
Yeah.
I do miss like when I see a Heineken or something. Oh, I love the taste of a Heineken.
Yeah, I've never been a Heineken fan.
Or we've got.
but I know what you mean.
We've got opposite beer taste.
That's why I can't ever. I couldn't quit drinking if I wanted to because I absolutely love beer.
I do too, and that's the only thing I.
So what do you if you go out to dinner? What do you get to drink?
I just get water. I drink a lot of water now,
Yeah.
and
I can't imagine having dinner without a beer.
but also when you go out and you're with your partner.
Yeah.
Made it sound like you're gay or something.
What are you insinuating? Not that there's anything wrong with that.
Mike
but-
doesn't have anyone in his life, so I was trying to be polite. When I go out with my wife and
Yeah.
spend $30 on a meal, you add beer on top
Yeah,
of that.
right,
and it really, and that's one thing I've noticed a lot when we go out to eat. It's so much cheaper.
Yeah.
And I could buy beer at home or whatever, but I drink a lot more water now. A lot more water and coffee.
Yep.
I used to never drink coffee going out for breakfast.
Really?
And now all of a sudden I gotta have coffee
Yeah.
for breakfast.
Do you drink it all through the day?
Yeah. We just recently because a lot of times Heather, I get done work at 6 and Heather will make a pot of coffee when I get home, and then at 2:00 in the morning I'm staring at the TV like, oh man.
See, so it does keep you up.
Yeah.
See, I could drink a pot of coffee and go to bed.
Well, I'm a dumbass, and for the last 2-3 months that's what I've been doing, and I'm like, we should just get some decaf coffee.
Ding, ding, ding,
For
ding.
the past couple weeks, I've been drinking decaf at night and sleeping like a baby.
Until you have to get up and piss.
No, I don't. I'm a
Really?
camel.
See,
Yeah.
coffee,
Unless I'm at
it doesn't keep
Towpath.
me awake, but man, do I got to go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
So
Huh. No, it doesn't. Doesn't do that to me. I don't know why.
lucky.
I'm drinking a
lucky
lot
you.
less beer. That's why. I do pee a lot when we go to Towpath for some reason. I don't know what it is about that place, but I gotta go.
You know, I the very few times I'll play solo shows, I've only made it once.
All
I
the
don't
way
like to
through?
take breaks.
Yeah.
I've made it once playing 4 hours, but when people are buying you beers and
Yeah.
it's all right. We're gonna have to take a 2-minute break here. Once up to Coach Light, I made it all the way through a 4-hour show. Usually, once you get to
Coach Light,
Man.
Yeah.
Once you get to 2.5 hours, though, that's getting to be a while playing guitar and not peeing.
he feeds you some beer.
Bob does. He takes care of you.
and food.
Oh, my God.
He hooks you
The
up.
last time I went up there,
I'm afraid to go up there and play.
And I don't even order food anymore. Bob said, "You want me to make you something?" Yeah. He brought me out a burger that had to have 1.5 pounds of friggin' beef on it and half a pound of bacon, and brings that big friggin' burger out, and then the rest of the plate's heaped up with like, I don't know, a football-sized portion of onion rings, and I'm supposed to eat this and then go play the guitar.
More. Yeah.
Like, what are you doing to me, man?
Have to play a ton of Jimmy Buffett.
You know what I like about playing up to Bob's is he's like me. He is a honky-tonk junkie.
Yeah.
He likes all that old country music. I really dig playing up there just because at least somebody appreciates it.
Yeah.
And I get away with that at Dean's, too. That's why those are the only places I play solo. Those are both places that are small enough that people are going to pay attention to what you're playing, and the people that tend to go to both places appreciate what you're playing.
They give a shit.
Yeah, no matter
They
what it
really
is, they
do.
seem to like what you're playing, as long as you do it well.
Mm-hmm. I love playing Towpath and Alpine because it's, you know.
Yeah, and then
you
same
can-
thing.
you
They're
can-
small, and
Yep. But people aren't there for us. They're
No,
there, they're there
no,
for the wings. And
right.
there's music
Yep.
and beer and whatnot.
and that great, they'll appreciate it while they're there, but no, they're not there to see
Yeah.
us. I don't think.
It's probably 30% us.
Yeah.
And you play
Well,
a
I mean,
place like Coach Light.
Topaz wings stand on their
Oh
own,
my God,
that's
yeah. Man, that's all we're doing is talking about food.
I don't yeah.
And we just ate ziti, and I'm still hungry. Oh my God.
I mean, that might be the first time I've actually had a good dinner this week.
Yeah.
So
My wife can cook.
yeah, she's not bad.
That's why I've been so fat for so
It's,
long. And the beer.
I was gonna ask if she was single, but
Yeah, no. Oh God. So yeah, what have you been up to lately?
just winding up trapping season.
Mm.
That's
You got softball coming up too.
softball's gonna start. I just got a text the other day. They're filling out the roster, so apparently they want my old ass back on the team. I don't know where they're gonna put me. Better do a lot of
Gotta
stretching.
stop yelling at people too.
Yeah, I
heard
did
you
get a
get-
little carried away that one summer, and I get a little fired up. I don't know it's
Just
only
passionate about.
I know
your
it's only
sports.
church league, but and it isn't even if our team loses 100-0, I don't care. But I don't want to go out and look like a fool.
Yeah.
I like to play ball well. I don't want to
Mhm.
look like an asshole out there. And if I screw up, I get mad.
I'm glad you don't do that at gigs.
Yeah,
That was a C sharp.
yeah. We
Asshole.
Yeah, we have our share of brown notes, I guess. But
I
no,
love,
those
though,
don't
that
tend to
you-
bother me.
You always acknowledge them.
Yeah, well,
you always turn and give me a dirty look
Yeah.
or something. Laugh about it.
well, it's good to
some
call
way.
each other out on it, and that's another thing of the
We
familiarity.
call
with
each
our
other.
material.
Yeah.
We played them enough that ha ha ha, you did it this
Yeah.
time, It's and it's gonna happen. That's how you know it's live music. you
Yeah.
know?
I don't think the audience would catch it
No,
half as much if
No.
we didn't make the faces we do.
but
or
who cares?
bust each other's
Who
balls
cares?
a little.
We're a local cover band. Who gives a shit?
Yeah.
At this point, I'm out there for
We're
us.
still getting calls.
Yeah.
We're still getting gigs more than we want. So.
Yeah. We're. I'm telling you, this spring, it's as busy as I've been for springtime in a long time.
I know.
If the summer goes like this,
And
we're
we're turning down a lot.
Yeah. Yep. It's been a good year thus far.
Yeah. It's a lot of fun too.
It is. I enjoy it. I mean, I'm ready for a break from it,
Yeah.
but I know I'm gonna miss it.
Yeah.
I remember the only time I've taken a break from playing in the last 10 years is right after I left King Friday, and I had that was the first band I ever played in, and I thought, well, this is easy. I made it playing out with this band. I'll just quit this one, and somebody else will pick me up. And
Mhm.
the Burglars didn't want me, apparently.
Yeah.
But it wasn't that easy, and all of a sudden I'm sitting there going,
Just for the record, if you would have called up the next day and said, "Let's do this,"
Yeah.
it would have happened.
well,
Um,
just kicked myself in the ass for that one.
man, that
No, you guys turned out a
big
good product.
mistake you made 15 years
Yeah.
ago.
Never going to get that one back.
Oh. No, it would have been interesting.
It would have been fun, for
Yep.
sure. For sure.
I miss Dana.
Dana was a lot of fun to work with.
Mm.
Hell of a drummer.
I miss just having him around.
Yeah, great
I
personality.
got to get down there and see
Yep,
him.
he's a lot of fun just to hang out with
Mhm.
and laugh and joke with. Loves to have a good time.
Yep.
That-
Such a
that's-
positive attitude.
Yeah, all
Almost
the time.
sickening.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what's wrong with him.
Yeah.
Never has a bad day.
I think that's why him and I got along so well because I was so negative.
Polar
Yeah.
opposites. Yeah.
We meet somewhere in the middle.
Yeah. But I like playing with Dana, and he was, when I played with him, this is 10 years ago now, but boy, he was spot on.
He puts a lot into it.
Yeah.
And fun.
And, you know, I
just a fun person to play with.
I listen back. I do have some recordings of those old days, and I don't listen to them very often, but they're hidden on my computer somewhere. I probably listened to them a couple of years ago, and we weren't as bad as I thought we were. You know, we weren't great.
Yeah.
We had our shortcomings for sure, but we were all right.
Yeah.
You know, for only playing a couple dozen gigs or whatever it was. It was a fun experience. I'm glad I did that, and it got me into the playing out thing. That's been a lot of fun for me because I had never done it before. When I was going to join that band, I was thinking of it. I think Mike had an ad in the paper because they still had newspapers back then.
Oh yeah, remember that?
And they wanted a lead singer and they wanted a bass player. I said, well, shit, I'll buy a bass and play that. I didn't want to sing. And they said, no, we got this guy that's really good, and he was Mike Rainville out of Watertown. He's a Canadian guy. He works for Channel 7. He could play like crazy. And so we've got that covered, but can you sing? I said, yeah, you can sing. So I went down and tried out for him in Krogan. Tom Horn was playing the drums. You know Tom?
Yep.
At the Baslin House.
Yeah.
So we
did a couple practices there.
And Tom's a great guy.
I love Tom.
Been around forever, you know. You can learn a lot from him.
Those huge freaking
St. Bernards.
St. Bernards. Oh my God. Just a nose right in the nuts every time you walk. Oh!
But I went down there and tried out, and we practiced down there a few times, and that's what got me into it. And then I don't know, some things fell apart, and Mike and I went our separate way and got Dana and Steve Westcott on, and we practiced a lot too. It was the same thing that whole summer when we first started practicing at Josh's. We were there 3-4 nights a week, and that's like you say, you put in that time practicing, you're going to turn out a decent product.
I think that's the key too, is initially when you get something going is to get that practice, get it honed right away.
Well, when you and I started playing together, it was the same thing.
We nonstop. But once we got it, then we were out playing gigs, and you kind of rework it. It's kind of like comedy, you know what I mean? Once you build the set up, then it's going out and reworking it.
Right, this works, this
on
doesn't.
the spot, yeah.
And that's something you can't learn sitting here in this room. You got to go out and play the stuff live, figure out what works.
That's something that changes every single gig, too.
Yeah.
Because you might think, oh, this is our set list. This is our order.
Yeah.
And sometimes we just go alphabetical.
Well, yeah. A lot of times we do. And I remember that, too, King Friday and playing with Sean. We used to break our songs down and really think about set list. Well, this one should go in the beginning. This should go. But you don't know what your crowd's going to be like, whether they're going to want to hear this mellow shit in the beginning or they want to get out and party and dance right from the get-go. Or
and that works more for a band than it does for acoustic music. I think we're lucky because we can play whatever.
Yeah, you're right.
Once in a while, people will holler things out, or like the Boonville gig. We want to dance.
Too bad.
We're not a band. I don't know if you've noticed.
Let me get the drummer out of my pocket.
Yeah. Oh, wait. Let's throw away everything we know and learn a whole bunch of new stuff so you can dance.
No, you do have to read that crowd, though. And you can't just... And Aaron and I, when we first started, I came out of that having to have a set list. And this goes in this set. And then we'll take our break here. And it doesn't work like that. You can't have a generic formula for every gig because everyone's different and every crowd's different.
Unless you're playing stadiums, you know.
Right.
Doesn't matter.
How many of them have we done?
Well, you opened for Charlie Pride.
Yeah, I think we played 3 or 4 songs. Yeah, big deal.
Did you worry a lot about the order of those 3 songs?
I don't remember. You know what? I think we...
You're like, oh, this will get them going. And this will seal the deal.
This will really rile up the Krogan crowd.
And then they'll be all set for Charlie Pride.
Yeah, then Chuck will have a great show. I think we did probably put some thought into what songs we were going to play and what order, and we had 6 or 8 songs picked out. And then we found out we were co-openers. We didn't even.
Really?
Yeah, we won the thing through the radio station, so they said you're going to open for Charlie Pride. All right, great. And then we found out that the DPAO also hired an opener, so we had to.
Man.
We were expecting a half an hour, and all of a sudden it was 15 minutes. And what the hell can you do in 15 minutes?
Yeah.
Warm up?
Yeah.
You know, so we cut it down to 3 or 4 songs, and it was what it was. It was fun.
Yeah.
It's the biggest crowd I ever played to.
Yeah.
You know, so.
And how many people can say they opened for Charlie Pride? Well, probably
a lot. Yeah, that guy's been
there.
around for a long time.
Yeah.
But it was cool, and we got to meet him for
Great
a couple
experience,
of seconds.
yeah.
I can say I did it.
Then you went on to the second leg of it, right? Because you won for the area.
Oh, yeah. Then we went to Massachusetts, and I had a lot of
I
fun.
heard that was a fun time. Yeah.
We there was a player there, a girl that sang and played and wrote her own stuff and was phenomenal. I didn't mind losing to her at all.
Didn't she end up winning the whole thing?
I don't know.
No.
I didn't follow it
I'll
after
have
that.
to talk to Aaron. I think she did.
It could be. All I know is I'm not certain that Aaron or I or Frank or Emily and Shane and Jeremy and Darcy, I don't know if any of us are welcome back
Yeah.
in Greenville, Massachusetts. I can't remember the name of the town, but I just haven't been back to the whole Commonwealth since.
Oh, man.
It was a time.
And I hoped you guys recorded an album.
Yeah.
Was that before or after?
No, that was around the same time because when we did that contest, Aaron talked me into it because I like country music, but this was like a country radio thing, pop country.
Yeah, like
so-
Nashville,
but-
modern Nashville.
Yeah, but she talked me into it, and it was cool. We played shit we wanted to play,
Mm-hmm.
and part of it was, well, you get extra points if you write your own material. And Aaron says, well, I've got these songs, so I learned them, and we played them, and that kind of spurred the whole. I don't know. I don't want to call it competition, but it was all of a sudden, well, I can write too, you know, and geez, what do you got? What do I got? What can you do with this? What can you do with that? Next thing you know, we've got a dozen tunes to work with. And, yeah, I guess that's when you came to us, or I don't know. We'd been working together on, probably some gig stuff because we were playing with you guys at the time, doing some.
Oh, we did the Vineyard.
Well, you know what? It's at the Charlie Pride
The
show
winery
is where
in-
we ran into that guy, Steve Conway, I think his name is, from the Tug Hill Vineyard, and
Was
or
it
not Tug Hill. I'm sorry, Ti.
Yeah.
And he said, we'd like to have you for Oktoberfest. We want you to be a band. We said, well, we know the guys,
Yeah.
so we got you guys on board. And I think while we were rehearsing that, we started recording.
It seemed
our
like you
album
guys
and-
needed a song or something recorded, and I'm like, I said something about, well, we might as well record what you got. Didn't you want to cover? I think you wanted a couple of cover songs to go out for bars,
Maybe
or
for a
something.
demo or something.
Yeah.
And then it just turned into us recording all of our original
A
material.
year.
Yeah, and that was I had a lot of fun doing that. I'm not entirely proud, especially the songs that I wrote. I don't think there's any of them that are good. Erin's songs are fantastic. She's a hell of a lot better writer than me, but boy, did I have a lot of fun recording those.
And listening to it, especially when you go a while without listening.
Yeah, I haven't
to
listened
it
to them in years.
and go back. It brings you right back to those
Yeah,
times.
yeah.
We were living. Heather and I had the apartment on Dayan Street.
Yeah, yep,
And I remember all the trucks coming down.
Yeah.
Because it's right across from the Legion.
yep.
And we'd have to stop every time.
Oh man, that was gonna be a good take.
Yep. Jeez, it had to be 6 months recording that.
Anyways,
Yeah.
yeah, it was a long time. Yeah, Erin was pregnant the whole time, right?
That's right.
Yeah.
Penelope wasn't born yet either. I think.
Yeah, that would.
Heather was pregnant as well.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh man, those were wild times. We drank a lot.
Yeah.
Over
yeah.
there.
Yeah, we did. Yep.
Holy cow!
Yep. No, maybe that's why I'm not so proud of that record.
It just took forever because I think we got together like once a week or twice
yeah,
a week
probably.
or something.
Yeah.
and-
Yeah.
Oh, I imagine how pissed Aaron was because we just
Putting up
screw
with our
off
bullshit.
for
Yeah.
2 hours
Yeah.
until.
Well, I guess we better record a little
yeah,
bit.
yeah.
But it got there.
Frank had a good time though too.
Yeah, I think Frank really enjoyed that, seeing the whole process too. And that's the first time I had ever recorded anything on multi-track too. So it was
Yeah.
kind of a neat experience for me too.
It was the first time I really recorded other people.
Okay.
I'd recorded myself
Mhm.
a ton.
Yep.
Which is fine because you're the one putting the time in.
Right.
When you
can
screw
do
up,
it whenever.
Yeah,
And, yep.
No, that was a lot of fun. We had Dana on there playing some drums. Gabe did a lot of the guitar tracks.
Yep.
Lead guitar on there. Who was it?
We had Aaron's stepdad,
yeah.
Keith, came and played the harmonica on a
Yeah.
track.
That turned out really well too.
You know what we didn't have was a kazoo on that
No.
record. Though that's where
we didn't discover that
they-
instrument till later.
yep, that's I've really come into my own on the kazoo. I'm kind of
Yeah,
maybe we ought to revisit that.
that's not a bad idea. We'll
You know what I wouldn't
redo
mind
the whole
revisiting
album.
is after Aaron and I recorded that record, all the stuff that I wrote of my own.
I still have all that.
There
yeah.
there are a couple of tracks in there that I don't think are too bad,
Mhm.
that are worth playing. I don't know, nothing will ever come of them, but
You
it'd be
never
cool
know.
to have finished off just
Still
for
got 'em on the board.
ourselves. It's
Yeah.
there's a couple songs in there that I really liked.
We should work on a few for live performances.
Yeah, but
Some of
around here
Aaron's
people don't want to hear that.
But people don't care what we play.
That's true.
So why not sling one in there here and there?
Yeah. All right.
I always sound like Aaron. Can we please play one of... No. No.
But I
Okay.
really like this Miranda Lambert song. I don't care. I don't care.
We love you, Aaron.
Tony does.
We got to get her in here for one of these, and Frank as well. We'll get a nice-
I don't know. That just might be too mean to her.
Yeah.
That's a tough
We'll have to
lineup to go against.
videotape it so that you can... Boy, I sound old. Videotape.
Yeah, yeah. You got the one that you carry on your shoulder that takes the whole VCR tape.
It's got one of the mini hi-8 tapes in it.
You got the adapter that goes into the VCR.
Yeah. Oh.
I still have a VCR.
Yeah?
Yeah, I think it works. I haven't used it in a few years, but I keep it around because I have tapes of
home
the
videos?
Tapes of the Yankees winning the World Series
Oh.
from 1996 to like 2001. Well, they lost in 01, but I have all the tapes of those, and I have a tape of an English project that Tim Yancey and I made in 2002. I guess we were seniors, and it's not bad for a
Yeah.
couple of kids. It cracks me up still. Yeah, it wasn't a bad little piece of comedy.
I'd like to see that.
Yeah. Next time you're over, let me know. We'll
right.
fire up the VCR, and it'll probably eat the friggin' tape, and we'll never see it again. But
Is it right next to your Nintendo?
the Nintendo sits just under it. Yeah.
I still can't believe you have a... Is that a real Nintendo?
No,
The
I
orig-
had a real
Oh, yours is-
Nintendo. And it was had to dick around putting
Yeah.
the bottle cap in to get the
Yeah.
game just right, and I got tired of playing
Bottle
with that.
cap. I never used...
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. You.
I always just wiggled it just right.
No, if like some of them, if you latched them all the way down, they
Uh-huh.
wouldn't want to play. So you get a bottle cap that would let it off just a little bit, and it would hold it right in
Oh.
place. But I got that's a pain in the ass. So I got there's a new console. I think I've had it for 10 years.
Yeah.
I forgot what it's even called, but it takes the old cartridges.
Now, does it take just the Nintendo?
No, it
or-
does Nintendo and Super Nintendo.
Really?
Yeah.
Hmm.
But why have that when you've got the digital one?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. It's got quite a few games on it, but
Yeah.
not all of them. There are a few that I'd really like to get.
Yeah.
But boy, the nostalgia from it. That's so awesome.
Well, and I only play Mario 3,
yeah.
which I still consider to be the pinnacle of gaming, but maybe that's because it's the only game I ever played.
It's
but-
got to be the best game ever made.
yeah.
I would say the
Yeah.
best game ever made video game.
But like I say, man, I never got into gaming anyways. Once I got into Super Nintendo, I go, oh shit, there's 4 buttons?
Yeah.
I'm done.
Yeah.
I
I had an Atari when I was really young, and then we got the regular Nintendo, and my cousins had the Super Nintendo, and
Yep.
yeah, we didn't. I think my brother got a Nintendo 64.
Yeah, then they had the little
Boy, that was
toggle.
crazy.
That
It was
I
like
definitely
3D.
couldn't handle that. That was way too much for me. And my old man, I didn't get my first Nintendo, and when my old man didn't get it for me, I got it when I was 18 and got it off of eBay.
really?
We didn't have them growing up.
Yeah?
No, my neighbors did, and I'd play them over there. But my old man, well, both my parents, says we don't need that shit in the house. Just get outside and do something.
Yeah.
So that's what we did.
We weren't ever allowed to play. I remember when we first got the Nintendo, it was a family Christmas present.
Yeah.
And my parents had a TV. My dad cut a hole in the closet wall so he could fit a 13-inch TV in, and that's where the TV was that we could hook the Nintendo up
Okay.
to. So that way they could control it because it was in my parents' room.
Oh, okay. So time's up and pull the plug.
Right.
Okay.
So we could only play once it got dark, and which in the wintertime was awesome.
Yeah, right.
And we had my mom would set an egg timer and everything. But then we'd all go to bed at night, and I could hear do-do-do-do-do-do. My parents would be playing when we went to bed.
So the TV could turn around the other way, apparently.
No, it was in my parents' room.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we had to go to their room.
Okay, I thought it was through the wall into your room or something.
No.
Okay.
And they always had that thing that all old ladies have at the end of their bed, the chest, the hope chest,
Yeah.
or whatever.
The cedar chest.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and that's what we would sit on
Yep.
and watch.
Okay.
Or play Nintendo.
Yep.
Except for my dumbass sisters with the duck hunt game, going right up to the TV.
Yeah.
That's lame.
Yeah,
So
that's,
lame.
it's cheating.
Yeah, it's
it's-
cheating. What are you
I was
gonna
never a
do?
big duck hunt guy anyways. I mean, I played my share of it and tried to shoot that friggin' dog.
Yeah.
But no, I was always Mario 3 was
Yeah.
my game pretty well exclusively.
I was a Mario 1 fan forever.
Yeah,
And I don't
yeah.
think I've ever beaten the game. Ever.
No, that's a little tougher.
But I loved that game.
You-
And then it wasn't until years later I got the I think a friend of ours had it and I played Mario 3.
Yep.
And it was a while later and I finally got Mario 3.
Yep.
By that time I knew where all the whistles were.
Yeah. Notice how everybody has great things to say about Mario and Mario 3, and then no one talks about Mario 2 because it sucked so
Everyone
bad.
hates Mario 2.
Uh-huh.
It's garbage. It doesn't even count.
No, I don't even know if I have it. Why would you?
It's like batteries. You got the AA, you got the AAA,
Yep.
you got C's and D's.
Yep.
Mario 2 is the B battery. It just should not exist.
Yeah, no need.
Nobody knows why
No
they
need.
even skipped that number.
Yep.
Or letter.
Yep.
I got a little deep there. In
Yeah,
my,
you're
my Mario and battery comparison.
it's a hell of an analogy.
Thank you. Oh, well, we're talking about the Mario Brothers and batteries. Maybe we should kill this thing. You think so?
What?
Oh, you're not done.
Kicking me out?
Yeah.
Okay. You want to play some Mario, don't you?
I kind of do.
Okay, let's go.
All right. See ya.
Thanks for listening to Tony and Other People, a podcast. Questions, comments, concerns for Tony's overall well-being? Want to be part of the show? Find us on Facebook or email us at tonyandotherpeople@gmail.com.